Alright folks, we have a special guest for us here today. Joining us, the head of Environment Canada, Michael Fraser, and he's going to talk to us about climate change. Michael, thanks for coming on the show today.
Hey Al, thanks for having me.
Now, settle the score with climate change, will ya? How do I, as an individual, accelerate this process?
Well, from the individual standpoint, it all starts from emissions. Things like cars, laundry machines, refrigerators, lights. All that stuff uses energy, which can create a lot of harmful emissions.
And these emissions affect our ozone layer, I guess?
Exactly, Al. When the ozone layer gets affected, it affects our planet, which affects us.
So what, my air is a bit dirtier. A lot of us Torontonians wouldn't even notice that.
True. Many other things on this planet can adapt to dirty air as well as humans.
Like what, flowers and stuff?
Exactly. Also, the amount of drinkable water around the world would deplete rapidly.
When we most certainly cannot have that.
Unless you don't mind thirsting for days on end.
How about that?
Plus, studies have shown that if global warming continues to rise, in 20 to 30 years, Saskatchewan could have the same weather as Southern California.
Hey, that sounds pretty nifty. No more shoving for those guys.
Yes, but Saskatchewan produces a lot of our nation's crops. And if it gets too hot over there, they can't grow crops. And if they can't grow crops, we can't eat. And when I say we, I mean the 7 billion of us on Earth.
Well, Mikey, what can we do to stop this?
Well, the best place to start is by reducing our emissions. Carpool, public transit, only turn on appliances when we need them. Just simple things like that can ultimately slow down climate change.
Well, Mike, I'm being told we gotta wrap up, but I am sure you have opened the eyes of many of us listening, and I am sure we know what to do now. Thanks for joining us, Michael Fraser, Chief Director of Environment Canada.
Al, thanks for having me.
No problem. Well, folks, you heard him right. The less you use, the more you eat. So, get to reducing those...
Don't just put a monitor on the skybox.
Hey, George. The ocean called. They're running out of shrimp.
Granny gifted, whatever.
Your brother is smart.
He's a smart guy. Smart guy. Smart guy. He's a smart guy.
How can you be the change in climate change?
We could do that by conserving energy, for example, turning off the lights.
And we could also minimize our use of resources.
I'm going to start walking to school instead of taking public transit.
And I'm gonna start plugging my phone out after it's charged to 80% to save my phone battery life and energy.
By unplugging my electronics when I'm not using them.
By taking care of my own house, making sure I'm being as energy efficient as possible.
Take the bus.
I wash my clothes in cold water instead of hot water.
I could be less hot. I'm just kidding, by using less hot water during the winter time, or not turning up the heater so high, or using it less when I'm not at home.
By using reusable water bottles instead of wasting plastic water bottles daily.
Or turning off my laptop at night instead of leaving it on sleep mode.
If it's yellow, leave it mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
Save water.
Please!
Peace out, y'all.
Be the change in climate change.